how to find connection even in isolation. We're all experiencing some measure of isolation right now, so what can we do to take the sting out of that? First thing to do, and I'm sure many of you have already been doing this, but reconnect with old friends, people you've lost touch with, school friends, university friends, uh, former colleagues that you liked and enjoyed working with. This might even be an opportunity to reconnect with an estranged family member that you haven't spoken to for years. I mean, how important was your disagreement with them compared to what's happening in the world right now? If you have been having a lot of uh, video or phone conversations with friends, then you've probably noticed that the usual conversational fallbacks, what have you been up to, how's life, they don't work anymore. Instead, try striking up a conversation about your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, your visions for the future, what you dreamt last night, uh, what makes you cry. Talk about stuff that makes you vulnerable, that's important. This can be a scary thing to do at first, but you'll find the benefits are incredible. It gives you a much deeper connection with people, even when you don't get to talk to them face to face, even when you're separated by a computer screen or a phone. Another idea is to co-work. So if you're remote working at the moment, then many of you will already be in situations where you have video coffee breaks, for example. But also consider just having a video connection open while you're working, just with everyone's microphones muted, just so that you've got that sense of being together and sharing experience with people. Uh, that can help to reduce the isolation, the loneliness, at least a little bit. If you're an entrepreneur, then try and connect with other entrepreneurs. Find other people who are also working alone and do a similar thing with them. Have shared coffee breaks. Have video co-working, and yeah, you may find it improves your output um, as well as your quality of life. A lot of the hobbies I normally do face to face have moved online, and this has had some interesting and unexpected benefits. For example, a polyamory group I used to attend when I lived in the UK moved their meetings online, and so I was able to go to one of their meetings for the first time in years and reconnect with people I haven't seen for ages. Try finding random groups for things you're interested in or hobbies you have or used to have, and just turn up to a meeting. They don't even have to be in the same country as you anymore. This is a whole new world of opportunities that you didn't have before coronavirus came along. The third thing I'm going to suggest, and bear with me on this one, do you have a spiritual practice? The thing that spiritual practices have in common is that they give you a sense of connection to something bigger than you are. Whether that's God, whether that's some kind of collective unconscious, uh, if you want a totally secular and totally materialist spiritual practice, I've always found Carl Sagan's quote about us being made of dead stars to be inspiring. It kind of gives a just meditating on that gives a sense of connection to the rest of the universe. Or what about finding some like-minded friends and doing something a little crazy? So, a collaborative art project or uh, experiments in telepathy or remote viewing. That may not produce anything interesting, but it will certainly give you stuff to talk about and laugh about going into the future, and it'll bring you closer to people. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope something in there has been useful to you. And yeah, see you tomorrow.